That's what you said. Right, that's what you said. Can I have you do something for me? My YouTube channel is live. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
I'm not sure if you guys might be what to try again, sis. Say it again.
Hi, everybody.
Did you hear that, Jason? Jason, you're muted.
And you're not live.
Dog was barking, and you're not live.
I thought it was. Yes, I am. I'm live.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend Jason from Texas is on here with me, and his wife Molly.
Oh.
Yeah, I do a live on YouTube on StreamYard twice a week.
Oh, well, call me back when you're done.
Well, it's not going to be till after about 9:30.
That's fine. I'll be up.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, sis.
All right.
Love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That's my older sister, Joni. Hey, there's somebody we haven't seen in a while. How you doing, Wyatt? Wyatt, you wouldn't believe it. I got some new arrows, and I got a new fletching set up where I'm going to be working on arrows. My new fletching is supposed to be in tomorrow. I need to get shabs and tips and knocks. Well, knocks I have, but I need shabs and
Rob, how you doing?
tips and extra glue.
Scooter, be quiet.
And all that other fun stuff. So, hey, Rob of the Road, long time no see, brother. By the way, before you leave tonight, or send me your address on Instagram, please. I'm going to be sending out a bunch of stuff this weekend. It might be Monday, but because Jenny said there's a UPS store right next to where she works. So.
Oh, hi, Jenny.
Jenny is in the bathroom. She can't hear you.
Can't get those high.
Yeah, I'm going to build more arrows. I'm going to try to stick with the shabs that the pre-made shabs, because if they are finished, all I have to do is add knocks, tips, and fletching. So, for those people who have not seen them, I'll go get one and show you. Give me a second.
Scooter, quiet. Jeez. Sorry, folks. Long night, long day.
Okay.
Or short night, long days.
It's just one of those days. Let's leave it at that. Okay. Let me go put you big here so I can show you what I'm talking about. Here's my new arrows I got about a week or so ago. And yes, they're 4-fletch. They have index nocks. They're 28 inches. And they have 125 grain field points. These are the ready-made shabs from Three Rivers Archery. Now, I think I'm just going to just end up buying the shabs from there. I can get the tips and the fletching and knocks elsewhere. But, yeah, they're really nice. They shoot amazingly well. Which one would be the easiest for me to send you my stickers there, Rob?
Oh, the one in the UK.
Well, I'm not sure. It depends on where he's going to be at the time.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know anything. I mean, just pick one. It says send me the address. Yep. I've got an Avalon fletching jig, a multi-fletcher. It's got a left and right 3-degree offset, so I can get the spirals in there. As you can see, these are slightly spiraled. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Try to get there where you can see right down the shafts. They're slightly spiraled, you can see.
Yeah, we can see them.
No, I'm not shooting myself in the head. Okay, wherever you want me to send them to. Now, I'm going to start making my own shafts because it's just expensive for me to keep on ordering from someone else. But I got a really nice Fletcher. I'm going to be working on getting those done. I can do 6 arrows at a time now. And I actually found a really decent price on Temu for fletching. I got 50 feather fletching for $20.50 with shipping, with free shipping. So it just, only thing it does take a little longer to get here, but they will suffice with what I'm using them for. And you guys will probably see me show them off once I'm going to do a video on me putting the fletcher together, but I have to wait to get some more shafts before I can do anything else.
Hello, Jared.
Hey, Jared. Okay, thank you for letting me know about the U.S. one. Just send me the address. Like I said, I'll send you out a couple of my stickers and something else. I'm not sure what else I can send you, but I'll figure something out. Oh, I didn't use the app though. I went straight to the website, and my debit card is. I keep it. I only put money on there when I need to. It's like when I'm buying something, then I put money on it, then I stop using it. If that makes any sense. So they can't take anything off of it. There's no money on it.
Yeah, prepaid debit card.
But I shot last Saturday, and did I do well compared to everybody else? No, because everybody else was using compounds and sights. I was the only one shooting bare bow. But that's what I always shoot. But I will say this. The organizers of the shoot always recognize me and Ian. Because they asked where Ian was when I went to sign up. I said, he's over there. He's not competing this year. But he was the only kid in his division when he was little shooting a recurve.
Oh, really, Rob?
I was going to say Cliff.
Nope. No, it was Rob's turn.
I know. Cliff lost his entire wallet. So, are you going to be okay there, Rob? Or did you get new cards or whatever you need to do?
It's just a big inconvenience.
Sometimes. Depends on who found the card. But nowadays, I mean, only thing you need nowadays is know the PIN number. Back in the day, it was a lot easier for people to rob you because they had those little hand credit card deals. You remember those, Jason?
Oh yeah, we still have them at work when the
paper ones.
Yeah, when the internet goes down, yeah, we still got them.
That's cool. I didn't think anybody. I know where there's a functioning phone booth here in Iowa.
Really?
You know the kind Superman jumps out of and everything?
Yeah, yeah.
A full-size functioning
full-size booth?
Yep, phone booth. I took a picture of it a while back. I don't have that phone anymore, but it was like, where's Clark Kent when you need him? But hey, Rob, are you going to be in the States sometime in the first part of May by any chance? I have to ask because I'm doing a thing the first weekend. Actually, Herbert T. Outdoors is going to be joining us. So it's going to be Ian, me, Scott from SD Mountain Man, and anybody else who wants to join. Hey, Jay, how you doing? Glad you could make it.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be on, so.
Hey, I understand, dude. But I'm glad you're here, though.
No, I was bucking toilets and tubs and shower walls first thing this morning.
Were you cleaning or unpacking?
Heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting up onto the racks.
They don't have those lifters for you?
I was on the lift.
Oh, okay. At least you weren't physically lifting them.
Oh, yeah, we still got to move them.
Uh-oh, yeah. I can understand that, Rob. Congrats there, Wyatt.
Ugh, sorry.
No. It's not an excuse. It's a reason. Being currently ranked number one in your division, nothing to sneeze at. I'm back in 2019. I was master and senior champion at the Iowa Games. So I know. I just did a 300 tournament. I can't remember the exact numbers because the numbers jumble in my head. It's between 185 and 183 or something like that out of 300. Considering I am using new arrows, my bow was underpowered, and I was freaking hurt. I think I did pretty good. One of my first 3 shots was a center bullseye. So yeah, that's just my practice ones. Unfortunately, it didn't count. But I did hit more gold than not, which I'm really happy about. Unfortunately, I did hit one completely, blow it, miss the target completely deal. Oh, you won't, Wyatt. You won't. Now, when you compete, are you using a compound or a recurve? They never had that when I was a kid, which I'm really sad about because I would have loved to have that kind of setup for when I was a kid because I was one of the better archers in my class growing up. I was better than the instructor. Yes, which I'm really happy about. He gave me an impossible task. I beat him at it, and I got an A in the class. Number 3, Jimmy Hoffa. Post disappearance from imposter. Personally, maybe not. Okay. Do you have any traditional bows at all, Wyatt? Hey, how you doing, Doug? Glad you can make it.
Hello.
I'm talking about a few things. Archery stuff is my new arrows that came in a while back. Got to use them at the Deer Classic last weekend. I'm actually happy about that. I did find the other knife that I was looking for to show you guys last night. I had put it in a bag with all my stuff when I cleaned out my pockets. And for those who have not seen it yet, I'm actually showing you both these knives for a reason. Last year at the Deer Classic, I bought this one. This one's Amora, made in Sweden, carbon steel. This is the rigid or rugged or something. This is one I picked up this year. The sheath is a little different, gray handle. And the only thing I don't like about it is the spine. You guys can see that groove down the middle. I still don't understand it yet, though it may be for fishing. I don't know. Jason thought so too, but at least I think that's what he said.
No, that's a blood groove. Helps you pull the knife out easier.
Blood grooves are a myth. You know that, right?
I know.
And they're usually on the side, not on the top.
I know.
But yeah, this one cost me about $25. But I do like the way it fits in my hand. While these two blades are similar, they're not the same. This one here does not have the same kind of spine, as you can see. Actually, that's interesting. This one has got a shorter blade, which means I'd probably have more control when I do some carving or something like that. Now, bushcraft-wise, I'd probably use this one. But for everything else, this would be this one. I like the way this one feels. This one here has got a big, beefy handle, too. The handles are a little different, too. Now I just got to get some left-handed sheaths made for them. Back to normal here.
Back to normal.
No, I do not. My dad was the ham operator in the family before he passed away. And that was over 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to get a recurve, Wyatt, a good budget bow, which I'm going to refer to you is the Samick Sage. If you can find one, they come in mini draw weights. And it's customizable as you get better, and they compact really well. Ask Jason, ask Cliff. They both have one.
My bow is not compact.
Well, didn't you bought a Samick, didn't you?
No, I did not.
I thought you did. Who else bought a Samick? I know Cliff's got one.
Probably Cliff.
No, he's had one before we met.
It's probably Blake.
I don't know if Blake has one, but I know somebody else bought one. I can't remember who it was.
All I know is when we were shooting those targets, man, you heard my arrows hit hard.
Right. Well, Did I bring out my 100-pounder?
Yeah.
I know I had my 74-pounder. That one hit hard. Yeah, I know. But I tried to stack this one, and it would not stack. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit in here. I tried to figure it out, but I wasn't sure how that would get in there. So it won't fit. Because it's not set up like this. That's what the back one of this one looks like. This one just looks like that. Yes, love. Where is she? Okay. Do you want to give her treats?
Yeah, I gotta go make my dinner before it goes bad.
Okay. You get some rest, brother, okay?
Oh yeah, like I said, I might fall asleep if I eat.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to. Yeah, these old sheets won't stack with the new ones.
Over.
Now, will the sheets swap? No, they won't. Because this one's too long. This is what they call the rigid or rugged or something like that. And this is just your standard carbon. They're both carbons. Now, I do have another one that's stainless. That is my, well, actually, I'll show you Ian's. It's the same thing. Okay, don't get mad at me for the condition of this blade. This one's not mine. This is Ian's. He doesn't clean them like he's supposed to. But that's the one that right here. As you can see, it's a stainless one. And it is the Mora Light My Fire version. You don't see these very often anymore. Ian has more knives than I ever will. I'm kind of stuck on a Mora thing. I do have some other ones that I really like. If you want to do a knives discussion, we can do that. That's not an issue for me tonight. Let me see here. First knife is the one that Pepper, my daughter, got me. It's not as polished as some of them. It is a Pakistani steel blade. It is full tang, as you can see. And it's got a nice little thumb groove right there. This one here is one of my favorite ones just because my daughter gave it to me. Now, do I want a left-handed sheath for this? You better believe it. Okay, reaching down into the next level. Okay, still looking for my next blade. I know I have them all over here somewhere. Here's my next one. This one here is from the 60s. Hey, Scott, how you doing, brother? That's cool. Yeah, I got this one here. Let me go big on this one. You can see this one. This is a 60s trade knife. Now, I believe there's writing on the blade somewhere. Let me see here. I'm not sure if it's on this side or this side. But I can't quite read it. Because whoever made this thing did a phenomenal thing. That's what the handle looks like. The scales are really beautiful. It's not as thick as some of them, as you can see, compared to the other ones I have. But it does look a little Bowie-esque. But it was identified as a 60s trade knife. Picked this up at secondhand. It did not have a sheath. A friend of mine made me a sheath for it, but unfortunately, he forgot to make it left-handed. So I'm looking for a left-handed sheath for most of my knives. And please forgive me, my sharpening skills suck. I thought there was writing on the side of the blade, but I can't really read it. But I have no clue about this one other than it's a 60s trade knife. I do a lot of rendezvous, so this one goes with me for that one. This one and this one. Let's see here. What else do I have? Oh, wait, there's more. It's just take me a little while to find them all. This is why I don't need to buy any more Knox. I have plenty of Knox. I bought them on clearance from
Knock, knock.
Welcome back.
Yep.
That was a quick supper.
I just went to go and get it.
Huh?
I just went to go and get it.
Ah, what'd you get?
Mexican wrap.
Oh. Sounds cool. I'm just
Another
showing off
a
blades
burrito.
Well, I'm just showing off blades right now. So I'm trying. I think I got a couple more blades I can show off. I just got to remember which side I put them on. Usually it's either there or there. Let's see here.
What you doing there, Steve?
Got some hair. That's the coconut husk from Mandy's.
Some cocoa for your big nut.
Oh, that's that coconut husk from Mandy's first fire kit. So, oh, here's one. I didn't even, it's like so close it would have bit me. This one here I got from Tyler. Simple coast knife. And it's not bad, I guess, for what it is. It does need new scales, though. It's cracked. Right there, as you can see. And still needs a left-handed sheath.
The truck driving back.
I know, folks, I am kind of stuck on left-handed sheaths. But since I'm left-handed, it makes sense. I don't like cross-drawing anything. I don't have to. Ooh, yeah, I can understand that. I got one more I want to show you. I just got to figure out what I did with it. I just got to see what I did with this here.
All right, Wyatt, have a Good evening if you don't make it back.
Okay. I'll worry about it later. It was my skinning knife. My Schrade skinning knife, which I won a while back. But yeah. Ooh, I do have one more blade that I haven't told you guys. Well, I think, okay, are there any Lord of the Rings fans?
Oh, yeah.
In
Yeah,
here?
who isn't?
Okay. This one I have to show you.
More Lord of the Rings fans than there are Star Wars and Star Trek put together.
Give me a moment.
And if you're a Harry Potter fan, that means you like Star Wars. Colan. Because you got Anakin, orphan kid. Then you got Harry Potter, orphan kid. They're both trained by by wizards.
Okay, folks. I had to move one with that before I could do the other, but so I might as well bring these two. Okay. First one, we'll do this one second. If I get this sitting right. The blade is this one. Give me a second. This one. It doesn't look very, interesting until you realize I won this in a contest about a week to 2 weeks after the movie came out.
Mm.
This is a promotional Strider longsword. Now, you see him use Strider using this knife in the movie, but this has the big one has a name, the little one doesn't. So I nicknamed it Slicer.
This slice says that makes mounds and mounds of Julienne fries.
Ha ha ha. Slicer, dicer. Yeah, I know. But this thing is a really nice. The handle's a little small, as you can see. And it's pretty thick though, for what it is.
Yeah.
But it was a utility knife that he used for like preparing things and cutting ropes and stuff. Now this one, much better. And let's see if I can. Yeah. If I can get close enough to the. I got to turn the camera because I can't get the blade close enough because it keeps on hitting the window. Oh crap! There you go. I know it's kind of hard to read the fine print and stuff, so please forgive me. But it says UC 2099 2002 NLP Inc. Token and license to new line, handcrafted in Taiwan. So it's official. It's a license sword. Now, here's the only problem I have with the sword itself. I can't draw it. And you guys didn't realize what I had to do to get it out of the sheath this time. So
WD-40?
No, my arms aren't long enough.
Oh.
Okay, that's why these come in handy for, because I believe this was for hanging from a horse's saddle. These two buckles here.
Yeah.
That way you can just pull. Okay, you're reaching down to grab it and pull it out. But then again, Vigo is a lot taller than I am. So
I should have put it somewhere.
So there's that. But what do you guys think of the blade though? That is one of the other knives I do have. I don't use anything with it. It just sits there. Now, if in a survival situation, would I use this sword? Probably not. It's too heavy, too long, and I just use the dagger anyway. Now, this one here, on the other hand, is my favorite. I can't tell you who made it, but it is the French-style longsword. I won both of these from, what was the name of this? It was one of those rentstore.com type things. But I like the feel of this one. It's fast. It's very flexible. Someone did the bend test on it, where they put it up against a stump and bend it, and it came back straight as ever. So it's really well tempered. I know you would. How you doing, Drops? I don't know about Canadian belt knives. I'm not familiar with those. I'm sure that we have more than a few Canadians who have those, who are in here. We can always ask CR when he comes in. Or Cecilia. She might have one stashed in her prep somewhere. But the only other knife I'm not going to dig for is my skinning knife, which is a Schrade skinning knife. So, yeah, I mean, I've got quite a few different knives. All my knives need left-handed sheaths. I wouldn't mind getting a proper sheath for this one, but it doesn't have to be stuck on the sword all the time. But yeah, this one needs, like I said, this one needs new scales. I was thinking about taking that scale material for that I've got last year at the flea market and having new scales made for this one. I'm not much into throwing knives because once you throw them, you don't get them back. Not easily, anyway. Same thing with arrows, but I like my arrows better. Because, I mean, especially four-fleshed arrows, they fly really straight. And since I have heavy arrows anyway, these are 65 pound spine weight. Now, I'm not sure if these are Douglas fir or cedar, because I don't remember reading what it said the wood was when I bought them. But I'm not going to be able to afford buying cedar shabs all the time. So I'll probably end up buying a lot of Douglas fir and heavier wood arrows like that. Shabs, I mean. Jason, what kind of arrows do you use for your bow? What brand?
Walmart.
Nothing wrong with that. If that's what you can afford, go with that. I actually used to buy a lot of little kids' arrows from Walmart, the wooden ones.
Well, you saw how straight my arrows fly. They fly straight. I just can't aim.
Oh, they hit exactly where you're aiming. Now, Three Rivers Archery is the ones I was telling you about where I got my arrows. They do they have something called pre-finished shafting. That's what I got with these. And they're running about $67, $68. That's before you do any additions. Some stuff is free, some stuff isn't. Like if you want a particular draw weight, these are 60-65s, which are great with my recurves, with my smaller longbow, my survival bow, but not so much with my 47-pound longbow, my 100-pound longbow, that kind of thing. But I have like quite a few 55-pound draws that these arrows would work perfect for. But I'm planning on buying shabs. I want to get them cut and tapered to length. Cost $10 on top of that. So it's about $88 or so, $78. Since I use a shorter shaft at 28 inches, it's a little, the whole thing would probably cost me about $80 with shipping. So once I get the shabs, I can do everything else. But if I want to get them set for glue on Knox, I can do that for another extra $9. But the fletching I already have, and that's going to be here tomorrow, which I bought from Temu. I got 50 feather fletchings, shield cut 5-inch turkey cut for $20.50. So that's really extremely good deal. I know a lot of people who throw tomahawks, Scott. I've got some couple of them here. I got mine. I need to add another wedge on this one because I replaced the handle recently. So I'm not really good on doing the cutting and adding inserts. I'm just basically building my own arrows and getting comfortable with making them without stopping. Because the Avalon Fletcher that I picked up, I'll show it to you here. Give me a second. Where is it? There it is.
Oh, they're talking about the mosquito wasp or the crane flies. Don't kill them.
The ninja bugs?
Yeah,
Why?
because they eat mosquitoes.
Yes, they're in the house.
I know.
This is what I picked up, folks. You haven't seen it put together yet, but that allows me to do 3 fletch and 4 fletch, as well as left and right helical to a point. So yeah, and for $119, that's not bad. Nugs. Okay, explain, Scott. That one's a little confusing. I do need to pick up some more tip glue and fletching glue if I'm going to start doing all these. I just can't wait to start making them my own. Here comes Cliff.
Hello.
Uh-oh, Cliff's here.
Hello, Cliff.
Everyone.
No, just showing off my arrows. We did a whole blade thing.
Ooh, what the heck was this?
The button.
Wyatt is in here, Cliff, and he won. He's first in his division.
Yeah, they said something about
Archery.
going to having state next week or something.
I'm not sure. Let me double check. I remember reading something about that. I would double check it though.
Yeah, I said something about having state next week or in a couple of weeks.
Right. Okay. Yeah. This one.
Yeah, and it says right under it, yeah, states is in a few weeks, and I don't want to blow it.
I can understand that. I told him there's nothing wrong. That's not an excuse. That's a reason. Because it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been champion multiple times, but it's cool that he gets to do it from school, and I never had that opportunity. Unfortunately, I missed that opportunity.
Yeah, our school didn't really have we had archery, but it wasn't like an extensive thing where you could have gotten anywhere from doing any of it.
Ours was a part of our hunter safety program, and they did a week of archery as well. But my instructor, who was our gym coach, our gym teacher and football coach, said, "Oh, this is how you do it." He pulls up a bow, shoots, and misses the target completely.
What a wanker.
No, the wanker was like, I was telling him I'm really good at shooting. And he said, okay, if you're so good at your shooting, prove it. So he takes one of our targets, puts it on the other end of the football field. He tells the entire class, the first person who can hit this target gets an A and can leave for the day. It was the last class of the day. My first one went left. My second one went right. Third one hit the bullseye, and I started walking off the field. Now, this is stupid of me. Now I would have said, stayed there and kept on hitting them. But he was trying to prove that I didn't do it. Then I go, follow me. I watched out. He looked at it, at the target, saw my arrow, looked at me, and he saw my backside as I was walking out off the field. I was 15 at the time. Had my own bow and everything. So archery is like thing I've been doing since I was 8 years old. So this is something I'd love to do.
My cube's getting smaller.
Excuse me.
Well, we couldn't take 22. I remember gun racks in the parking lot when I was a kid. That's about all I remember. But I do remember a kid making a full-blown hunting crossbow in shop class.
Funny thing with shop class is they don't really have any restrictions on what you can make. You just have to make something.
No, I mean the kid had to build the stock and everything from scratch,
Scooter.
from a piece of wood, and the only thing he didn't have was bolts. They would not allow him to make the bolts. So here's funny. I got I guess stationed at the school during a massive flood that was in the area. They activated my unit to help the state and all this other crap. But I was stationed in my hometown. And I was sleeping with my bow underneath my bunk. I wasn't going to leave it behind. But I was also living out of a camper at the time, so go figure. We had auto, we had welding, we had all that. It's just that they didn't have archery classes, unfortunately, which really freaking sucked.
I had shop, AutoCAD, mechanical. I had all kinds of wood shop. We had
Cliff, what year did you graduate?
technically 2000. Technically,
I graduated back in '86, so way before a lot of that.
well, yeah, that would have been before AutoCAD, but you still would have had shop class, and depending on the school,
They had shop.
Shop
I
class
didn't
like
take it, but
you
we had
have
mechanics.
Yeah, we had several shops.
mechanics is auto class or shop class. They consider it shop class too, depending on the schools. Or you got woodworking, welding, all of that stuff. It's
Right.
They consider it all shop class, but it's like separate categories for shop class.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
had.
remember the guys bringing their clothes in to work on them during class. Yeah.
Yeah, we had ag mechanics.
You're younger than me. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, we had ag mechanics as well.
We didn't have any of that. That was
Now
way
I know why Colin can't
before I
change tire.
graduated.
So they didn't have mechanics class in school.
Said what?
So now I know why Colin can't change a tire. He didn't have mechanics class in school.
Actually, I took auto mechanics one semester of auto mechanics.
Carriages back then.
And
Yeah, they were horse drawn carriages.
I got the highest grade in the class, but I was the least mechanically inclined because I did the book work, and which is really funny since I'm dyslexic. But at least I could take the tests. The rest of the guys could build an engine from scratch. I can't do that. Yeah. There was a girl who came in right before I took my class, and she was rebuilding a carburetor on her desk. So
That sounds about right.
I couldn't do that. I tried. It doesn't click up here. Now, bows, archery, I can do that. Bowstrings, going to work on making arrows, which I'm going to be really happy for when I start getting the hang of that. But yeah. Well, a lot of people do use crossbows. Jenny was really freaking good with a crossbow. I was faster at shooting. She was more accurate with it. Then still somebody stole it from our tent at a fair once. They stole it right out of our tent when we went for supper. Because we were near a creek. We think somebody was walking up the creek, saw our tent, went in, looking around it, grabbed our crossbow, and walked off with it. It was a wedding present that we cannot, replace. Because it was a custom-made thing.
Yeah, it sucks that people do stuff like that. Degenerate scumbags.
Well, it was not just your normal crossbow either. It was a lever action crossbow. The stock was straight and it had a lever that you just pulled. It was about a 63-pound draw, nothing majorly heavy or anything like that, but it would be good enough to take down small game. And it shot hard and it shot straight. But it was like, it had a metal prod, the whole 9 yards. It was beautiful. And yeah, one of my friend Jerry gave Jenny and I that for our wedding present when we got married back in 2010. And we're coming up on our 14th wedding anniversary, folks, in June. We've been together longer, but we got married in 2010.
What up, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
The other Rob, not the first Rob that was here.
I know. Oh, he's probably still here. He's just somewhere else.
Spider webs, spider webs.
Got a piece of shirt right here, or flint, I should say, because you can see the glossy look of it. Oh, man. I've been a little bit out of it lately, but,
Yeah, I've been zoning in and out all day, even while doing work.
Well, I was sick Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not going to tell you how I was sick, but let's just say it was not pretty, and it was very embarrassing. Literally, I got a mile away from work, and something happened, and yeah. I had to go home.
He Amber Heard his pants.
Probably. And there's no coming back from that one,
I've worked with a few people that have, mistaken a backdoor ghost. Turns out it wasn't a backdoor ghost.
No, I was trying to get to a restroom and it didn't quite make it. But that's neither here nor there.
You win some, you lose some, Colin. That's pretty much all it is.
Okay. I would like to see that striker there, Scott. I will put my striker up against yours any day. These guys have seen mine. Sorry to hear that, Drops. Third time's the charm, as they say. But I am looking forward, Scott, to our bug out bag challenge. Ian is trying to cheat, by the way, Scott. We're not even there yet. He's trying to cheat. You already know one thing he picked up already, Cliff. That bug out bag I showed you. Or have you seen it?
Excuse me.
Whatever you guys picked up over the weekend and showed on Tuesday.
No. This was a week, probably on, was it Saturday?
Shh, quiet.
I think it might have been Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember. But Ian picked up a backpack from the Goodwill outlet store that actually is a bug out bag. Nothing in it other than one blousing strap and a couple other minor things, but nothing fancy about it. But it's freaking huge. It doesn't have load lifters. I think it could, with a little tweaking, it will be cool. But he wants to use that to carry all this stuff that he picks up at the flea market and use it to carry everything in. So he's kind of cheating with an actual bug out bag, but that's about it.
Well, then that defeats the purpose of the challenge.
Well, the thing is, I mean, he can still get the 10 or 15 Cs that, Dave Canterbury talks about, but he's actually getting a bag to carry everything in. Backpacks are not necessarily on the list.
You're not using the weight stuff?
Now, is that a really cool thing to have? Sure. But where does, on the 5 Cs, 10 Cs, 15 Cs, whatever, does it say backpack?
Container. Backpack is considered a container.
But so is a cooking container too, like a mess kit. Yeah,
but
cook pot is
cooking.
So that's the thing. We got for $100, we got to build something from scratch. And he's just starting off with a backpack already for you can carry everything. And it's fairly large. It's right over there if anybody wants to see it. Hey, Cecilia, how you doing?
Good evening, Cecilia.
Jenny is doing better. She gets her staples out from her surgery next week.
Nice.
So, yep. She is slowly healing.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
There's that.
Swapping with
Oh, also good news. I am 33 pounds from getting my surgery done.
Awesome.
I'm down under 300 pounds. I've lost 20 pounds so far. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm hoping that it'll be sooner than later to get my surgery done before the flea market thing, but I have to wait and see on that. But Scott and I need to go over the ground rules for the bug out bag challenge and stuff like that. Would an extra someone bringing in a backpack from the beginning count or not?
Yeah, BLB.
What was that about, Cliff?
I said it's cheating if he's already taking a bag.
Well, okay. Give me a second here. I'll show you.
Yeah, it's going to be BLB. Bring your own bag. Yeah. Yeah. BOG.
BYO.
Oh, BYOB.
Bring your own bag.
Here's the bag. Here's the. Let's see, where's it at?
Might help if I have it on StreamYard.
Let me go back here because it's hard to read.
Yeah, refresh the weather here.
So he's kind of cheating.
Oh, we have rain in the area.
It's got.
It's probably just a sheet of poly.
Not yes and no. It's got a stiff piece of fabric or something in here, padding. It does have 2 stays here and here to give it some rigidity. It does not have load lifters, which I'm not a really big fan of. I mean, I'd like to have them, not. That's where you put your water bladder.
Excuse me.
Yeah. The only issue that he really has is the fact that one of these is cracked. This is cracked. So
Yeah, they sell those at the store. You can just buy a new one.
that's what I was telling Ian. We could just find a new one that fits this one. Now, actually, I had an idea about something, and I'm not sure what you guys would think about this. You know, the little miniature ferro rods that you usually see on survival bracelets and stuff?
Yeah.
What if we put one right here?
You could. You'd have to glue it in.
Yeah, obviously. But that would be a good place to put one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But the straps are really good. They're supple. They're not hard or anything like that. And this thing is freaking huge.
Yeah, it looks like about a 15, maybe 20 liter.
This is from bugoutgear.com.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
Neither have I. Now, I don't know what's. I'd have to look it up to see what all you can put in this thing. But he's got lots of back room. He's got 1 pocket, 2 pockets, 3 pockets with a pocket inside the pocket, and 2 pockets in here, 3 pockets in here. He's got the organizer bag right here, and he's got another mesh bag out here. He does not have any water bottle holders or any molly for holding anything like that. As you can see, it's digital camo, and it turns into a suitcase because the straps and everything fold up inside it, where you can use it like a suitcase, which is very similar to that Eagle setup that I picked up for Jenny a while back that I gave away because Jenny didn't like it. But they do tuck in and everything else there, and the straps just unsnap and tuck in the back down here, and you just put it all together and it becomes a suitcase, which then allow you to travel, I guess. Ian didn't realize it did this, and it's a good way to, if you need to travel with your bag. Let's see here again. It is missing. Well, okay. Those little string pulls you have on your zippers.
Yeah.
He's missing his string pulls, but I've got a bunch of paracord he could use, so we're just going to attach some new ones on that. That way he can keep everything together. He's probably going to use it more of a backpack than he is a suitcase, but a bug out bag that doesn't look like a bug out bag, I would think would be a bonus.
Yeah, it's a standard backpack.
Huh?
Just use a standard backpack.
Well, you can, but if it looks like a suitcase, no one's going to think anything of it. But like I said, I got to put some string pulls on here. Let me zip all this puppy up. Like I said, this thing is fairly huge. I can't tell you how many liter thing. I think this is bigger than my backpack, actually. But he bought it by the weight at the Goodwill outlet store, so you can carry it like a backpack or a suitcase, which is kind of cool. He wanted me to show this off a while back. I showed it off a little bit, but I didn't go into it extensively. But for the bug out bag challenge, he said, "I'm using this, Dad." So more power to him, I guess. As long as the rest of us agree, that's okay.
I still personally think it's cheating, but
well, I was thinking about just going to that one spot where I found all those Alice packs a while back, picking up one of those first thing, and work my way down through the fair and pick up things as I go. And if I need it, I'll go to the back.
Still going to be there the next time.
Huh?
So that's assuming those Alice packs will be there again.
They've been there for the last 6 years, every year at the same spot. I think that's their favorite spot, apparently. But it also comes with a carabiner on the outside too, which says "bug out gear." That's not a great one. The spring's kind of cheesy; it doesn't even lock. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. And this is supposed to tuck in here somewhere.
Greetings from TornadoHQ.com.
Greetings.
We'll let the robots go in here.
That'd be Mr. Hunter Pest TV Outdoors.
Yep. I got to turn it on. We got some stuff heading our way. Well, still won't be here for a few hours. I wanted to just be able to hear it when I need it.
I got nothing coming my way. as
Those
far as
people
I
who
know.
didn't see it yet, I did pick up a new wool blanket on Sunday.
Let me get one more cup of coffee.
Cliff and Jason have seen this on Jason's channel yesterday.
Yeah.
It is it's either a full or queen. I can't remember.
Probably
but-
full.
It's longer than I am, and it's wider than my arm stretched out. So it's pretty big. Actually, I did a short on that. Give me a second here. I think, let me check one of my shorts here. Here, I'll give me a second here.
Hey, Cliff, does the other corn have tassels yet?
What?
Does the other corn have tassels on it yet?
Tassels.
On your corn?
Oh no, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah,
I checked
$40
on
for the Alice packs. I didn't even check to see what. I got Midway USA.
I got warm weather all week.
Yeah, I think once those corn warm up, they're gonna really go to town.
It's that first one that we were talking about yesterday.
I know.
That
So,
sucker's
Scott-
already.
$40 on the Alice packs.
Drops looking at greenhouses.
Yeah. I cannot wait.
It'd be a
to
good
see-
chunk of our money would be in the pack, but the whole point of we're going to see what we can do. That means you have $60 to build everything else, and a lot of the items that I found there are like $5 or less. Now, finding a decent knife, nest kit or container, cordage, and all the other stuff—that's a part of the whole fun. And I will say this because I think it's going to work out well. We can dumpster dive if we need to, because if that'll help you save money, especially when people throw things away you could use.
like all the food. I'm joking.
Well, one of the things we're going to be doing that is not going to be part of the bug out bag thing, unless you happen to find a, takedown fishing pole. There's a lot of fishing gear you'll find there. So that'll be under food. Let's see, not acquisition, procurement, I think. So I'm a firm believer in dumpster diving for items that people throw away. We had found some really cool stuff. That video that Jason posted, that Molly did, of us putting Ian's hammock together, which is a major group effort, by the way, folks. Cliff could attest to that. He was there.
That was a pain in the butt.
We still believe it's a homemade one. We can't attest to that, but we think it is.
It was entertaining.
Because it didn't have the straps, didn't have a lot of stuff. But when we got it up, it looked decent. It doesn't need a cover. Yes. It needed a ridge line and a tarp over it. But I'm not a hammock kind of guy, so I can't really tell you. But old school knives, like my trade knife, would be kind of stuff you would find there. And you never know what you're going to find. And the lady wasn't there last year who has the flint, but she had an emergency at home. That's why she wasn't there.
See,
If you happen to find a vendor selling MREs, and I have seen them there before, that would count. And technically, they do have food vendors there. If you want to do it that way, you can.
Yeah, you'll probably get better food for you from the food vendors than that MRE.
Yeah, but you know what Ian would choose every freaking time?
I know it probably cost him 1/4 of his money.
Well, he buys the $5 cheapy mix match setups that people can buy. You've seen them at different garage sales. There's like little silver packs. Like they deconstruct a MRE and they sell the pieces. He's only going for one night for that. He's not building one for like 3 days or anything like that, unless we decide that's what we're planning for. But the basic bug out bag will, have this all the C's covered from A to ZC, whatever they want to call it. But I know where some things are in advance because I've been going every year. Scott's never been, so it's going to be interesting for him. Neither has Dan, so it's going to be interesting for him. And Ian and I, we like to explore. He's going to be hanging out with me, doing the whole thing his way. So I would like to see what he comes up with as a bug out bag, to be honest. His pack notwithstanding. By the way, this is one freaking heavy pack. There's nothing in it, and it's heavy.
That's probably because of the space.
Now, if the packs...
It looks like it's made of 600 denier freaking nylon.
It is nylon. You can hear it. Well, it might be canvas. I don't know. But I don't have it doesn't say what it's made out of anywhere. He did say there was a little bit of wear and tear somewhere. Yeah, right here in the corner. The little tear right there. That's it. But it has no molly straps or anything like that, which is really sucky because, it'd be great to have something like that. But it does have the stuff where you can set up a wow, that's really freaking cool. A water bladder.
Water bladder?
Hydration pouch.
Huh?
Has a hydration pocket.
Well, I guess you could use the back part here when it's open for that. But it's like I said, it's fairly large. And the pack actually, when you have this zipper undone here, the one on top, it opens completely. So it lay flat. So it's great for accessibility wise.
Hey, Ghost.
But yeah. Hey, Ghost. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, Ghost?
Yeah, we're discussing some of the bug out bag stuff going on in May.
He's a ghost with the most.
Well, I'm sure there probably are,
Ghost.
but this is a 17-year-old boy who doesn't care. And I've been teaching him since he was a kid, so he knows knives. I know bows. We both know how to hunt. Now, there is a vendor there who does sell firearms, but these are old school vintage stuff that are expensive as whole get out. The one thing I saw there last couple years he hasn't been able to sell was the Pump 22. I've never seen a Pump 22 until I seen that one.
Really?
No.
I saw it all the time as a kid.
It's also where you grew up too. They didn't have them here.
Hey, Big Mike, how's it going?
Hey, Mike.
Assassins
I'm
failed.
glad the Assassins failed. But I hope you took them out first, though. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. I took that Friday off, so I'm going to come up with my pavilion and set everything up that day with Ian. And I'm going to be comfortable for the weekend. Because one of the things that's really cool that I am paying to get in on Saturday. Sunday is free. So, and that's when you start looking through the dumpsters and the trash cans, folks, because vendors who are trying to get out early leaves things behind because they don't want to carry them back. And as this adage goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Now, there's quite a few cast iron vendors there. There's blacksmith there. There's a whole bunch of different things there. So just for 20 acres of stuff, it's going to take some time. So if anybody wants to help us make a list of the stuff to look for, and we just pick and choose off the list or something like that, that would be kind of cool. Not too hard, though, because, I mean, some things may not be able to be found even here. What do you think, Cliff?
I want a skinwalker suit.
Definitely not going to be found there. Because skinwalkers are not our, let's see, what's the word for it?
Specialty?
No, it's not that. It's that they're amazingly in the Southwest, not in Iowa.
That you've
Everywhere.
seen?
Huh?
They're everywhere. You just
But they're
don't know.
more prevalent in the Southwest because that's their culture is there. Now, could they be here? Sure, but they're not. There's no culture for them. We don't even have a Bigfoot or anything like that, which is really weird.
Ooh, I thought I just heard Katie. Hold on.
Exactly, Ghost. I mean, when I worked Renaissance fairs as a archery range, my favorite thing is to allow other vendors to come to my booth and let them to shoot and stuff like that, especially after hours, because not being able to have fun sucked. But this time we're going for we're doing a camp out thing. We're doing the bug out bag thing. We're going to show off the bags that evening. And see for everybody can see what we feel that we would need in a bug out bag. Now Scott has his ways of doing things. I have my way of doing things, and I have no freaking clue what Ian's thinking. Other than if it's military, it's probably good.
Military.
Well, Ian actually is getting something from my sister that is going to be near and dear to his heart.
Shadowbox. Shadowbox him.
I don't know, but I think my sister might be doing something special with him. My dad's medals from when he was in the
All right, I'm gonna go mute for a bit because the dog's about to start barking because the daughter's home.
Okay. So Ian is going to be getting my dad's medals, which is really freaking cool. She doesn't know if she's going to find one of his pictures of him in in his uniform because I've never seen it. I would love to have his dog tags, but I have no idea because I've got mine. I always carry mine. Okay, Cliff, what would be the first thing you look for in a bug out bag if you were going at a flea market that big? If you had the time and the money to do so.
Anvil.
An anvil? Really? Yep. They're there. I've seen them.
This way, see what you do is you stick the anvil in the bottom of the bag. That way, if somebody tries to run off with your bag, they ain't going nowhere because there's a 40-pound anvil in there. No, I have no idea what I would look for.
I would actually look for, he's right about the wraps. Those triangular bandages? Those things, there's 1,001 uses for those. And I have seen some Israeli bandages there, some older first aid kits, that kind of thing. Now, besides the 10 or 15 Cs or whatever you want to call it, you would add your first aid kit, I would put in a fishing kit because that's why not. Archery, I'm always looking for that because that's what I do. Now, if I can combine the two and find a bow fishing setup, you better believe it, I would try to buy that one with less than $100.
Somebody was selling fiberglass rods, I'd buy all of them.
But fishing rods?
No, fiberglass rods.
That'd be like gardening rods, right?
No, there's just
ones?
fiberglass rods. They're used for a lot of things, but if you've got the right
I've seen people use them for bow fishing arrows.
Turn them into stuff.
Yeah, I've seen people turn them into bow fishing arrows.
No, that's what most bow fishing arrows are made out of, is fiberglass rods. But you can, with the proper amount of fiberglass rods, you tie them together. You can make bow limbs, crossbows, traps. tent frames
True.
or shelter framework if you can find connectors, or if you can't find
Actually,
connectors, just tape
certain size
tie them
pipes
together.
will work. You get a size, simple, like the electrical conduit sized stuff. It would work perfect.
Tiny little fiberglass rods are flexible. The thicker the fiberglass rod, the harder it is to bend it.
That's true. But I mean, I already pull heavy bows already, so I'm not really affected as much because I can still pull a 55-pound bow without thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, you might get lucky and find rat traps. They work with squirrels. But we're not going to be trapping at our campground, folks. I don't want to get banned from the park. But we are there's a lake there, Lake Belvedere. So, and the park is first come first serve. So I'm gonna find a couple spots and set up and have power and everything, so everybody will be safe and sound. Mainly power for charging stuff more than anything else. Ignore Mike. He's exaggerating. That's true, but mouse traps don't take down squirrels. They're not. I don't think they're powerful enough for that. Now, I could be wrong. Scott could tell me different, or so can Jason.
Rat
I
trap,
think rat trap would work better,
yeah, rat trap will take a squirrel.
but not a mouse trap.
No,
Unless you're planning on eating mice, which I'm not.
depends on how plentiful they are. Depends how hungry you are.
That's the bomb.
Oh, mouse
I am
kebab.
not
There we go.
Dave Canterbury and Cody Lundeen in that hay bale episode where they had the buffalo hide and all that crap. I'm not eating mice. But I do know that traps are prevalent at the flea market. They're everywhere.
You
They're
guys get a couple foothold traps, or
I don't know what all the traps are called. I know what conibears are the square looking ones. I don't know what the round half circle round one things are called.
foothold.
Foothold ones. I've seen the ones that look like this, Cliff. They go out like this and like that, but they're like the round one, the curved ones.
Yeah, that's just a square foothold.
Square foothold? Okay. I always thought the foothold ones were the little tubes, but that's
Those ones work for squirrels and anything that, like squirrels and like raccoons, because they like to stick their hands in things to grab stuff.
right.
But that is a foothold, but it's a tubular foothold.
Okay. Now that would be under food procurement if we want to throw that in there, because a normal bug out bag or a 72-hour bag or whatever you want to call it, we have not come up with a name yet. Though I like something that somebody told me. Actually, it was Mike who told me that we should call it something like a Mayday bag. There's a reason for that one because it's the first weekend in May, and it is a bug out bag, so it's going for emergencies. And it's a take on Mayday for help. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
So that's now. Here's the question for you about Scott, about Bear Grylls and Michelle Rodriguez. Is she surviving a bear or Bear Grylls himself? Because anybody who goes on that show has to be able to survive him. I am not a fan.
Yeah, no, his whole series it's all fake.
I do. There are a couple of good survival experts that I like. Mike Hawks is one of them. I'm not sure if you guys know who he is.
We don't. That information is not for this channel. If you're gonna talk about that, go to go to Pornhub or what's that other one? Damn it. Oh, my brain just shut off.
For what?
OnlyFans.
Mike Hawks?
Yeah,
Not-
we don't need to know about your cock.
No. It's from the TV show Man, Woman, Wild.
Yeah, anybody with that last name should legally change it.
It's with an H. Hawk. Plural.
Yeah, but my cock
Hawke.
still
Hawk.
sounds the
Yeah.
other way.
He was
I know
on
a guy
Man, Woman,
named-
Wild with his wife, Rose. And they were actually pretty good. They actually bounced stuff off of each other. And they knew, they worked together. She's a reporter. He's the military survival expert. Like he's from Kentucky. I do like the way he worked. Everybody likes Les Stroud for the most part that I know of. I don't have heard anybody who's had a lot of problems with him. Cody Lundeen, good, bad, otherwise. Let's hear it.
Lundeen knows his stuff.
He's in your neck of the woods, so to speak.
No, he's a desert dweller living in Arizona.
I'm talking about the Southwest for the most part, not necessarily New Mexico. Dwayne, no. Mayday bags probably be better. You mentioned that one first anyway, Mike. I'm gonna go with that one.
It exists at Walmart.
I'll just get it over.
Okay.
Now the other, let's see. Dave is pretty good.
Dave's
Really
not
good-
here.
Yeah, Dave's not here. Now I do like. Let's see. I can't remember his real first name. Really big monkey one. Dave.
Dave?
He's Dave
Dave?
too, right? He's really good. I haven't seen him do a lot of stuff lately, though.
Yeah, he just did one a couple of days ago.
I know. I mean, I've seen him, but he hasn't done a lot of stuff lately. He used to be, more often. And then,
Well, you get tired after a while. You get tired of constantly DIYing your own camping gear.
yeah, and Joe Robinette.
Sweet cream.
He's did a whole big old video as to why he hasn't been around.
Okay, I haven't seen that video, so if anybody could just give me the bullet points on that one, I'd be okay with that.
Short version, medical.
That's enough. Understandable. That's all I need to know. Do I need to know the details? Nope, none of my business.
Main one was medical. Secondary was stress, and third one was YouTube being stupid. But
Right.
he'll slowly be coming back.
Now, another one. Let's see if I can remember. Let's see here. Who do we got here?
Leroy Turtle.
Oh, hey Blake.
They're not even in here.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Now, there was a guy. I don't know his real name. He does one called Survival on Purpose. It was pretty good.
Oh, that one's Brian.
I think so. His stuff used to be. I mean, I used to see his stuff all the time, but I don't see his stuff anymore. Now, let's see who else out here that I haven't seen. Oh, Corporal's Corner, Sean.
Yeah, Sean Kelly.
I watch his stuff when it pops up. I like his stuff. He's actually pretty good. And he's very personable that I've noticed, but that's about my take on it. But I don't, religiously watch his stuff.
It's on mute now. I had it muted when I was talking to you.
So, I mean, there's some other ones that are out there. Like Survival Daily used to be really popular on here, but I don't see her stuff anymore.
a lot of, I'm gonna be dead honest here, a lot of the hardcore prepper channels and like those people that we were talking about, they're starting to go along the lines of the doom and gloom scenario, and I just stopped watching them when they stopped doing that shit because
Like
I
Canadian
don't
prepper,
really care.
like Canadian prepper.
Yeah, he would do his. I stopped watching his stuff, but at the same time, I'm sick and tired of the constant doom and gloom from every freaking prepper out there. Not everybody does it 100% of the time, but I feel like majority of the time, every other video is doom and gloom.
TA Outdoors is not too bad.
He doesn't do a lot of doom and gloom. He just does a lot of bushcrafty stuff out on his property or on a.
He's a bushcrafter. I mean, which is really cool.
And that's one of the reasons I also stopped watching Wrangler Star.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
he's the
God.
one from Texas.
Yeah,
When he first started out, he was awesome. Then he started taking those classes and everything else, becoming, a doomsday prepper type person. And I just went,
I feel like he sold out more than anything else.
Have you guys seen the Outdoor Boys?
Nope.
I know the Trappin' Bros.
Well, these are the Outdoor Boys. It's a guy who does surviving in a snowstorm without a sleeping bag. All he brings is a couple of wool blankets, and he basically builds an entire survival shelter in a snowbank with a fire pit and everything. And he keeps himself warm and all this other stuff. He was posting every Saturday until he realized he's getting burnt out. So he's doing it like twice a month now. So, or once or twice a month. I can't remember which. I'm trying to figure out who else that I used to watch, but I don't see much of anymore. Okay, there it is. Michael Hawk. It's MykelHawke. That's his name.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he can't. He has that air about him where he can possibly, yeah, I could see that.
Who? Sean?
Let's see Rob
Yeah.
on here today.
Yeah,
Say what?
the Outdoor Boys are really cool. He brings his family. They actually bought a property up in Alaska, and yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Had all the stuff still there. They just bought it lock, stock, and barrel.
Yeah, I don't know where all these people keep finding all these random abandoned properties that they're buying for like pennies on the dollar out of nowhere, and that stuff comes with like 5 to 20 acres. They'll spend like 10 grand and they'll have.
Oh, they had side by
Pretty
sides.
healthy.
They had snow machines. They had all that stuff.
Yeah,
They
it's like
probably
what
paid a
are
pretty
they
penny for
finding
it,
this
too.
stuff?
The building actually had solar panels and a generator, but some of the machines had to be fixed and everything else, and they had to fix the road a little bit to get in and out.
It sounds a little set up to me.
Well, it is what it is. If people watch him, that who knows how else he gets his money, because I don't know what he does for a living outside that. But buying a bunch of property in Alaska, I have no idea. Now, would I want to go to Alaska? No.
No,
I would.
it's cold.
No, not to live there. I would go to visit, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'd go to visit summertime.
Oh, yeah, the short summer season.
Do you mean like the 3 months that they have summer?
You mean the bear season?
Bear season, yeah.
It's bear and moose season. That's all it is. It's bear and moose season. That's my opinion, anyway. But Michael Hawk was one of my favorite ones. Another thing, here's going to sound weird. I like the sound of his voice. He's got this deep voice. This is sort of like
Ray Charles.
No, that country singer.
Yeah, I don't do country.
I understand that. I'm sure someone will let me know. Trace Adkins, I think. I could be wrong. But, yeah. I mean, that's the guys I used to watch all those, a lot of those guys. I mean, there's been a lot of guys who've been doing the from horror, the winners of Survive Alone and stuff like that. I've been watching them somewhat. They're okay, but I'm not sure if that would call them survival experts. But like, what's his name? The one that was friends with Tyler from the New
Mark?
England. Who?
Mark?
No, not Mark. Mark is cool. He's fine. No, that one was on the Alone. Who won Alone?
Which one? Which
Zach
season?
Fowler. Zach Fowler. I got bored with watching him. So, no offense, Zach. I can't hold my interest.
Yeah.
You don't do a lot of archery
their
stuff.
I stopped watching. I still have subscribed to them, but I just stopped watching a lot of them.
Same. I mean, when he started doing air guns, no offense, Jason, my eyes kind of glaze over. I'm an archery guy, always have been. But if
The greenhouse is getting warm.
that's what you said. By the way, I caught a little bit of your video today, Cliff, but I didn't get a chance to do a lot of it because I was in the middle of
Which
doing
one? I
something.
posted 2 of them.
I saw one that posted up on my For You page. That's all I got.
Posted 2 videos today.
No, I got one today. It popped up. I don't know anything about what it is. I liked it. I wasn't able to watch it because I was in the middle of actually working. But I do plan on doing some fishing Saturday night and Sunday, sometime Sunday, over at Lake Belvedere with some of the gear that I got from the flea market. So I'm hoping to find a fishing pole. A pocket fisherman would be better. A bow fishing setup would be even better.
Let's see, where's that?
Who's planting peppers?
Me.
Oh.
And so is Cliff.
Is this a pepper challenge somewhere?
No, we just like
Yes.
growing pepper.
There is a pepper challenge going around at the moment.
I heard something about that. But now, is this what kind of peppers are they?
Hot peppers.
Oh, I didn't watch the
I
one
would
for.
never be able to enter any of that stuff because I could not eat them.
You don't have to eat them; just grow them.
You eat what you grow. That's the whole point of
No.
a garden. If you
You
don't
sell
eat it,
what you grow.
with the exception of Cliff, he loves to grow.
I grow and I give it to everybody because, I mean, most of the stuff I will eat, just choose not to. But I give it to everybody else because I have plenty of it.
Right. I mean, you're one of the few who doesn't go out of your way to eat what you grow, but you do eat some of it.
No, if I have to, I'll eat what I grow. But I've got so much dang food in my house. I mean, even with what I grow out there, if I have to, that's technically just supplementary. What the heck? What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, Cliff, did you register for the wheel tomorrow?
No, I never do.
Oh, you never do? Okay.
No, I did the first few registrations and then I ended up winning. So I've won a few times, but I've straight told him that I'm there for the support, not to win random seeds.
Yet he still puts you on the list.
No. The only time I make it on that list is if he happens to catch me right when he starts the lives or right at the beginning. That's the only time he'll put me on there. Otherwise, I'm usually not on the wheel.
Now, Cliff, do you can any of your guys or freeze it or anything
I
like
do
that?
not can. We do freeze a lot of it. So when I do my onions, we'll chop the onions in. I'll chop them up into little pieces.
Right.
And then we'll put them in a Ziploc bag, and you just Ziploc bag them. I think I still have 3 Ziploc bags full of frozen onion.
Do you make your own salsa?
No. Got to grow tomatoes for that, and I had a really bad tomato crop last year.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that. My
I only
apologies.
got a couple of tomatoes.
I got one last year. One. And I was happy about that.
Should have kept the seeds to try to grow it again.
I did. I have them in a little baggie on top of my refrigerator.
Yeah, you might want to check to make sure they're not moldy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had them wrapped in paper towel. So I made sure they were dry before I put them up there. I let them dry on the counter first, Then
That
I
shit's pretty
wrapped them
good.
up, then put them in a Ziploc. So I made sure they were dry before I put them up there. Now, it doesn't tell me they're going to germinate or anything like that, but I do have them.
No,
And
they
it
should
was-
germinate as long as if they were dried, then yeah, you should be good. As long as they're not moldy or black, you should be fine.
Chow Chow. I'm not familiar with that one.
Sounds like it's kind of like an instant meal.
I don't know. Now, I mean, if I get lucky and find some Mountain House or something like that at this flea market, I am going to die for it. I don't care. If I have to pay a little extra.
Watch it be biscuits and gravy.
I actually like biscuits and gravy, but the one I would actually prefer would be the breakfast skillet.
Scramble, yeah, the breakfast scramble or whatever.
The breakfast skillet, because it's basically the ingredients for making breakfast burritos.
Yep.
Throw some bacon bits in there and some tortillas, and you're good to go.
Okay, it's a relish. I'm interested in that one, Ghost.
If you have seeds for that one, send them his way. And
No,
maybe-
it's a mixture.
Relish is a
It's a
recipe.
relish. Probably for like a canning or something.
I've
Yeah,
been
it's probably going to be like tomatoes, peppers, onions, canned in a sauce or like a tomato base.
I know. I'm not a gardener, if you haven't guessed.
He's a hunter, not a gatherer.
No,
I do
I know
both.
how to forage, but I don't know how to. I don't grow very well. I do. I don't have a black thumb. That's Jenny actually, but I just don't have the physical capabilities at the moment. I'm the one that planted our tomatoes.
Let's get physical. Physical.
I can't wait till next
You
Tuesday.
brought up Olivia Newton-John, really?
I need to dig out the trailer and go over it.
My brain
Green
just worked.
tomatoes, cabbage,
There's
onions,
the
a few
tomatoes.
spices, and vinegar. What type of vinegar? Grape or apple?
Probably red wine vinegar.
I've seen people use apple vinegar. So I don't know. Okay.
Or just plain white vinegar.
It sounds like coleslaw. Almost.
Cabbage, onions, few spices.
With except for the green tomatoes. I mean, sounds like coleslaw. But coleslaw, you'd have more you have
Yeah, it said right there, white vinegar.
okay.
I mean, like I said, red wine vinegar would be a little on the pricey side. Make it really strong, though. I mean, you can probably add a little.
Well, maybe he just puts it in there a little bit and then strains it. Just enough for taste or something.
Yeah, no, coleslaw is made with cabbage.
He mentioned
Cabbage.
cabbage.
Cabbage and essentially vinegar and something else.
Well, vinegar, onions, and cabbage and spices, that's coleslaw. Or slaw, depending on where you're from.
I mean,
Okay.
technically, a cabbage is just a really dense head of lettuce.
Or we could all really be in deep kimchi.
Kimchi.
You know what kimchi is?
Yeah, it's gross.
You know what it is, though?
It's gross.
Besides gross, what is it?
Slimy.
Cabbage.
It's cabbage. It's coleslaw, basically. Fermented coleslaw. Kind of figured you might there, Ghost. Now, if you want to, see, there was an episode on MASH that someone had dealt with kimchi. Actually, I came across a post somewhere. I can't remember where it was at. And they asked me a MASH question, which is really funny. I was wearing my MASH shirt at the time. It was a lot of fun. Oh, man. Ow. Freaking ow.
Pretty sure that choy choy would be awesome with some chili to pink peppers in there.
I seen
make
somebody
it
say
spicy.
dehydrated chili in a food dehydrator.
But I planted those, by the way, today, Jason.
Was that?
I planted them today.
Hold on. I got everybody talking. What was that again?
To find everybody.
The wife said something and Colin said something at the same time. I got an air conditioner next to me and the dryer's going.
You got too many things going on over there.
Yeah, I know.
He said
You were talking about the terpenes. I planted them today.
Okay.
I
It
was
just
asking,
sounded off. I couldn't quite understand it.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm not standing directly in front of them, like leaning back. But yeah, I planted 18 seeds.
18 seeds.
I'm actually
Yeah.
surprised I had that many in there.
Oh, yeah. I said,
have you guys ever seen dehydrated chili?
yeah, that's what he had. That's what he's sending me.
No, not the seeds. The actual chili dehydrated.
Yeah. Boiling pot of water. You put the red chilies in there, and then you put them in the blender. You blend them up.
No, you make a pot of chili and you dehydrate it.
Oh, a whole pot of chili?
Right.
Freeze dried.
Apparently this one guy I saw this on TikTok, folks, so bear with me here, but he dehydrated chili and other soups and stuff to it was basically a sheet. He put it in a Ziploc bag once it was dry, and he reconstituted it with water on the trail.
Yeah, it's the same thing Joe Robinette does.
I did not know that. So
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
his wife will make a big old pot of like spaghetti or whatnot. It's like spaghetti and meat sauce, and he'll take it on his big old round like 8-tier dehydrator, and they have little sheets, and he just puts it all in the sheet and dehydrates like 4 or 5 trays of that stuff.
What, Jesse?
No,
Joe,
Joe Robinette.
Oh, okay.
He's
Hey,
done
is that
a bunch of videos on that. He just basically crumbles it up, sticks it in a Ziploc bag, and takes it on the trail with him, and he'll dump that into his Billy Potter container that he has with him, and he'll make himself a big old thing of spaghetti. Just add like a cup of water, and you're good to go.
Yeah, because I know Jess and Lisa, they got one, and they got a freeze dryer, and they do their candy in there.
I don't have a freeze dryer. I've got 2 dehydrators, but I've never used either one of them yet.
freeze dryers are expensive. On the cheap end, they're like $5,000.
But now
They're coming down. Prices are coming down slowly.
I have seen that some of the dehydrators you can set the temperature on,
Most dehydrators you can set temperature on,
even the cheapy ones.
except for the one Jason picked up for some reason.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The
The
dehydrator.
dehydrator you got.
Dehydrator, yeah.
Temperature gauge.
Yeah, I had to disable the heater. I want to add a rheostat to it.
I have no idea what that is.
A temperature control, a little knob. I can control the
Oh.
temperature.
The
So I
ones
can
that I
have it
got
off.
from Goodwill, neither one of them, I didn't see a temperature or anything. But I wasn't paying attention. So
Yeah, mine's got temperature control on it. I can set that all the way up to, I think it's 210 degrees or some shit 220.
But I would like to
there's some
turn it
soups I
down
would love to
to at least 70,
dehydrate.
80.
Chicken noodle soup would be nice.
Yeah, the stuff's technically already dehydrated. Just buy the packs. You're already there. You're already 3/4 of the way there.
About dating more beef stew.
No.
It's already chewy as it is. I wouldn't want it any chewier anymore.
The thing is, it'd be dehydrated, it'd be less weight.
Not really, because you got to carry the water for you.
Yeah, no, he's got to find the water, purify it, then put it in there, boil it. Yes, like a dimmer switch, SD. A dimmer switch is a rheostat. Technically.
I'm sorry, I'm not an electrician either. I'm a former Army medic and archer. I don't know a lot of mechanical stuff. I'm one of those guys, when something goes wrong with my truck, I take it to a mechanic because they know more about it than I do. I just be able to drive. because the vehicles I used to know how to do, they stopped making them back in the early 70s.
I hate when I go to a mechanic and the first thing that I see pop out there to look at my truck is some like 18-year-old kid. I'm like, great, my truck's gonna be fucked.
Oh, way to go, brother.
Right there, that's how SD made his incubator.
No, I was talking about Ghost.
68 whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen anything from them in a month.
Who?
68 whiskey. Those are some spoiled guys. Ken is spoiled.
Is that actually a channel name? I thought that was a
Yes.
like Bravo Company or some shit like that.
No. Ken is he was military. I don't know how long he was in, but we call them the FX boys because that's pretty much what they shoot. And Keith won the Rocky Mountain Airgun Challenge last year. Yeah, Keith and
One
Norm.
for 700 yards.
Sometimes Steve. I like it when Steve stops by to visit them. Yeah, Kenneth. I call him Ken or Keith. Yeah. Sorry, Keith. You're right. How am I getting Ken?
Barbie.
Oh, Barbie. But I like it when Steve comes up and visits them. And they go after the groundhogs.
No, he was referring to not to that person. He was actually referring to his military title, MOS.
Oh. Well, anyways,
Keep in mind, they actually went to 68 whiskey after I got out.
yeah, so yeah, it would be funny. I would love to see Rick Ream with Keith and Norm.
They're trying to bring back Red Green.
Red Green?
Uh-huh.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see some new stuff from them.
I
Oh,
don't know.
you talked to Rick the other night, Ghost?
Let's see here. Try to find out more. Red Green is, by the way, the episodes are here on YouTube. So if you want to go see Red Green.
Oh, Steve. Steve's a character.
Yeah, there's another one you haven't seen a lot of videos from lately is Steve Wallace.
He did one earlier of stealth camping in plain sight.
No, the Steve that we're talking about is
Scuba?
No. Oh, Ghost, help me out there.
Dang you, Scuba Steve.
Oh shoot, he goes down and he shoots again. It's like unless it's oh geez, I'm gonna have to go and look it up. He hasn't posted anything in a while.
Are you talking
either.
about camping with Steve?
No, he doesn't do any camping. He's an air gunner.
Well, only what I know is
Air gun evolution. That's right.
well, I know the Steve Wallace that does camping with Steve.
Yeah, that's. But he hasn't been doing a lot of videos because
Ever since his wife died.
no, Crazy Neighbor has been sick.
Well, he has cancer.
Yeah, sick.
We'll call it
So
sick.
Steve's been kind of holding off on a lot of stuff.
Well, the thing is, Crazy Neighbor has been his support system since his wife died. So
I would love to hang out a week with Ernest Rowe.
I'm sure you would.
No, I would.
I said
And I know
that.
Ghost would too.
Not me. If you would want to, that's perfectly cool. I'm not much into air rifles and air guns and stuff.
No, that dude, he made the encyclopedia for tuning. I know. I would like to spend a week with him just to pick his brain and watch him.
Give me a second here. I'm gonna check something.
You can use a compressor or a pump like this one here, because I can show those.
Byron Ferguson is who I'd love to hang out with.
This is the good exercise way. It gets you going, or you use an electric HBA pump, which goes up to 4,500 psi. Some of them now can go up to 5,000.
Except you forget one thing. Those people who have kids, let them do the work for them. Though I'm sure your daughters would probably just pretty go.
They'll stop after like 3-4 minutes.
That's actually pretty hard to pump.
Hey, Mandy.
Pressure. Hi, Mandy.
Yeah, Jason had that pump when he was at the camp out with us.
That's hard to pump, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I could hear that thing going. You could just hear it squeeze when you get down to that, and you hear poof.
Yeah. That was only getting up to 2,500 psi. That one there goes, I think, to 35.
And then the release on that is always funny because it's the same release you get when you do like a standard air compressor hose. You pop that hose off and you get.
Can't afford that one, but
Yeah, that Hudson Jet one, it's only, 27, 30 pumps? And you're up there. Oh, yeah. 4,000 PSI. They got some of them now will go up to 350 bar. 4,500 PSI now, and it actually holds. There's one out there, I think it holds 5,000 now. I can barely pump up my the old one, the Streamline. It's the Streamline, yeah, the Streamline.
yeah.
Like I said, everybody always pokes fun of those FX guns. I'll tell you what, those things operate butter. I mean, the only thing that I think comes close to it would probably be a Brocock. But yeah, I would own a Brocock. I would own a Day State. Those three very, very top ones.
I'm not owning.
That's not me.
Yep.
Let me.
He'll
Yeah, like my fourth choice would probably be a Raw.
You're talking about air guns, I'm assuming.
Yeah, those are going to be the manufacturers.
Now, I mean, when I see you talk about air guns, is the same way I talk about bows and archery.
Yeah, the deer in the headlights thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could talk about archery all day long. No issues, not get bored.
Oh,
But,
you know what? I could talk about rats and mice all day.
and about air guns even as well too. But I can't do that.
And I'll throw in that pigeon in there too for you.
It was her. Why'd you do it, Mandy? Why? Now Cliffy's gone for a little moment. He'll be back, I'm sure.
Yeah, like I said, I got something taking the bait now, so I know I'm going to have a customer coming soon. I just need to try and catch it on video.
Jason, are you going to try doing the what's it called? The pneumatic air gun for arrows for your air rifles?
I would like to, but Yeah, I spent my money on the garden this year.
No,
Getting
I
it.
understand that. I'm talking about
Yeah.
eventually. Are you going that direction?
Yeah,
And we
Because-
got some
This is
Yeah.
the only way I can talk about air guns and be fully engrossed with it.
yeah. I would like to get the saber, but I want the single shot. I don't want the double shot.
Okay. Here he is. He's back. The man, the myth, the legend. Cliff.
Dude, I legit don't know what happened. It was all of a sudden everything just shut off on me.
Oh, we know. It's just like you went spiral and you were gone.
I didn't even see Spiral on my side. I heard you guys, and then all of a sudden, StreamYard took a dump. YouTube took a dump. I couldn't do squat on my computer. And I'm like, looking at all my stuff, my phone, I've got full bars on this. My phone had full bars. My Wi-Fi signal on my computer had full bars. All of a sudden, I just got kicked out.
I know. I still want to get that permission there, Mike.
Hey, SD, I have everything from 177 up to 45 at my disposal.
in air guns. You have others.
In air guns, yeah. I have others too. I got powder burgers.
Yeah, I'm make sure I'm bring my take
prefer
my
air.
longbow for Scott to see, and maybe bring Ian's
It's easier to get pellets than it is
black.
rounds.
Who was it? The Black Hunter longbow that Ian stole from me with us. Sign for
Oh,
internet.
I am working on a project right now. Here in a few weeks, I will. I'm going to see if I can confirm this. I did a couple of shots the other day, and I will be asking other air gunners to see if they're getting the same, if they will get the same results I am getting.
Atmospheric conditions say no.
No, from a certain over-the-counter, big box store, Wally World and some of the other places. It's a hand pump, and it's shooting slugs,
Okay.
and it is shooting them accurately.
You see it?
I still think, depending on where you're located in the United States, it's going to change.
What was that, honey?
Scott, I do plan on bringing you my takedown longbow, my survival bow, to show you. And if I can get Ian to bring his Black Hunter bow that he stole from me, we can show you that.
Definitely watch some of my videos. They'll get you started.
Wouldn't a slug explode if you shot it out of an air rifle? On
No,
top of that, leave a gross, slimy residue.
no, not that kind of slug. Well, we have the rounds now that look like bullets, but we call them slugs.
Yeah, those ones that look like kind of like an APC 45 or whatever.
Yeah, but a lot smaller.
Yeah.
No, out of curiosity, I took the Barra 1866 gun, and I put some innocent. Where did I put them? Oh,
Thought that Jason got disconnected for a second because he was talking
Nope.
and just
hold
silence. I was like, oh crap, here we go again.
on. It's the Zen. The Zane, Z-A-N. 10 grain. And I was actually hitting the same spot over and over again.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I was shooting at a concrete paver, and it was taking concrete off. And the 177.
Dang.
Oh yeah, I know. I like them. I would like to get a 177 that can get to 980 on them. Problem is, I just don't want to spend that money for, an FX rifle. That's going to be a pretty expensive $1,800 plus. I don't know. No, I would probably get in the Wildcat.
Oh, Jesus.
I would probably get in the Wildcat
Oh, I still got time.
instead of the Impact. with the sniper,
A snipper?
the sniper version of the FX Wildcat.
The nipper.
Yeah, but those little 10-grain 177s are sweet. I think I like them better than the hybrids or the NSA slugs.
Non-special alignment.
Yeah, so he's running 872 FPS, and you got the Maverick 30 grain, so that's going to be the 25 caliber or 22. Might be the 22.
Oh, I'm dying today.
Me too.
Pepper dust all day long. Dude, I gotta go check out my greenhouse. It's cold in there.
SD, are you on Instagram?
No, he's probably on his couch.
God is.
Yeah, 22. Okay.
I talk to Scott all the time.
Yeah, hit me up on Instagram. I can do video chats on that far easier than I can of YouTube or StreamYard.
So you guys hung out in my green room quite a bit after hours last time.
Yeah.
That works.
Mm-hmm.
Ian has the only air rifle and air pistol in the house.
Oh, let's see. One,
I have my 22, I have my 12 gauge, and I have my bows.
9 within hands, arms reach for me, just for the pistols.
Oh, by the way, Scott, the cannon is gone. History. Somebody bought it. Somebody had a lot more money than sense, apparently.
I feel better using Instagram than I do Facebook.
I apologize, folks, for my yawns, but I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, SD, I will probably be available about 3 o'clock tomorrow for about an hour. Why am I not seeing everybody talking? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm researching.
What about tree searching?
I was looking for a vintage takedown longbow. I have longbows. I have fiberglass bows. I have takedown recurves, and I have a takedown longbow, obviously. But I want to find a vintage fiberglass takedown bow. Because I figured for a bug out bag situation, besides my survival bow, obviously, I'd like to find something just as much durable as I can get. And the solid fiberglass ones are usually really durable, all weather concerning type stuff.
It's on my about page on my homepage. I got Instagram there.
And by the way, Cliff, you're being surrounded by arrows right now on either side of you.
Jason Pest Hunter. Look it up there.
That's these arrows right here. It's these right here.
It's a spear.
It's a very small spear.
No.
Still a spear.
Yeah, and if it's okay with Ghost, you can probably ask him questions too. If it's okay with him.
There's these.
Because on Instagram, I can also show you too.
These are my vintage Zwicky broadheads.
Witwicky?
Huh?
Witwicky?
This is not the Transformers movie. Zwicky. Oh, I seen something on TikTok that was really funny. And it's actually concerning that actor. if anybody who's seen the movie Holes,
Yes.
there's this couple of guys who are on TikTok that basically hold up a sign and they makes people want to do something and they give them money or cash or whatever.
Oh yeah, those two guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, they had the guy who played Zero with them. So they actually said to bring him a printed copy of his grandmother. And if anybody who's seen the movie knows who played his grandmother, who's got to be a Star Trek fan. If you weren't, you should have been. I'm sure you've seen the movie.
Weird stuff.
Huh?
So, those two guys always do weird stuff, and they just randomly give people money.
Yep.
Like, here's $100, but you got to do something.
You got to figure out what's wrong with this picture, and it's like two guys are dressed like him, but one of them guy is actually the guy taking the video is actually the guy who usually stands with him or something like that. Just something out of the ordinary.
They went through. I watched that video. It was like 5 to 8 minutes of that, like them just standing there, and nobody could figure it out. And the minute the thing started, I was like, "Dude's not wearing sunglasses."
That was it.
That literally, it was it. He was because normally they're out there with they have sunglasses and a hat, and
Right.
he wasn't wearing his sunglasses. And I'm like, "Dude's not wearing his sunglasses."
The one that I saw that was really interesting was the guy who usually does the video of the whole thing. Him and one of the guys looked very similar. They just swapped places. And no one noticed for the longest time.
Yeah, they do like real subtle ones.
And and some of them are kind of challenging because you have to run and get something to bring it back in order to. Or one of them I faced it did they borrow somebody's car for 24 hours or something like that?
Yep. But they got I think they got like $1,000 or something like that for it.
But they washed the car, the whole 9 yards. They did everything, topped off the tank. But they drove the car for 24 hours.
It would made like $1,000.
I think another one they said they could lend them their key to their apartment or their house or something like that. They did that too. I actually kind of like that. It was a lot of fun watching that one. Or they had to borrow the guy for the day or something like that. They took him out and they went all over the place with him and did stuff.
Now the funnier ones are like, bring us a like pink donut. There's like no donut shops anywhere around them, so like they have to run to their car, drive to like 20 minutes to get a donut shop.
They got to go to Dunkin's or Hertz Donuts. Be well, Ghost. Thank you for coming, brother.
Oh, I hate Hertz Donuts.
Have a good night, Ghost.
Usually always leaves a Charlie horse.
No, there's actually a donut shop in the morning called Hertz Donuts. And one of their promotional vehicles is an ambulance.
That is correct, Mike. He did do that, and his chauffeur gave his entire speech.
Yeah.
Because when they went to that convention, nobody knew what Einstein looked like. So Einstein swapped with his chauffeur, who knew Einstein's speech by heart because he was always practicing in front of him. So the chauffeur gave him the same speech
300 times. 300 times he heard that one. He said, "This answer is so simple, my chauffeur could answer that question."
Yeah, but the funny thing is the chauffeur was the one that said that question.
Yeah, that was the cool part. So
and then Einstein answered it, but yeah.
Einstein was cool. He's one of the few geniuses I would love to hang out with if I could have.
He was an eccentric is what he was.
He was dyslexic. I don't know if he was left-handed or not, but I always like to think he was because he didn't have good math skills at all, but he was smart. No, I got to look that up now. He's right-handed. Okay. Interesting. His brain was wired differently. Instead of being either left or right-brained, being right-handed, he'd be left-brained. his left brain and right brain were very similar. So he thought with both hemispheres at the same time. So that was interesting.
Here, my clip. Bleh.
But I do like the fact that I saw that video about that Einstein doing that just like yesterday.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Now, what's the name of those two guys that do that thing again?
Key and Peele?
What was the first word?
Key and Peele?
Is it Key and Peele?
So I don't know what you're talking about because you started off the sentence and then just kind of like gave no.
Oh, no. The two guys who are
Context.
doing the stand-up thing, people have to bring them stuff and
Oh, those guys. I don't know. I run across them every once in a while on Instagram, but I never pay attention to it.
I can't remember their names.
No, I don't need sleep. I need
Sinus
less
medicine,
stress in my life.
because you're like snorting like you like you have sinuses problems.
Oh, dude, I've been dealing with pepper seeds all day long.
Oh, that makes sense. Now it's like interesting to see what they do on those two guys. Now I can't remember how long ago I watched that. I'd have to do a lot of backtracking on my phone to find it because you can't watch your history on the computer, only on the app, which is really weird. But folks, I am getting drained and I'm tired. So I'm going to end a little early today. Not that I've been doing that a lot lately, I know, because I haven't been feeling well. But I want to say thank you all for coming around and hanging out with us tonight. Had a lot of fun. I don't know where Jason's at because he's kind of.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're incognito.
Yes, I'm been incognito. Yes. Yeah. If SD, if you wanted to call me now on Instagram, then make sure it works.
I have Scott's personal phone number, so.
No, it's just easier when you just talk to each other.
Yeah.
I found out. As
Usually
Cliff,
talk
I
for
found,
an hour what I do.
yeah, as Cliff found out, it's really easy with Instagram.
Oh, I've done it. I've done
I
it
know
with
that, but I
Instagram
can't walk
before.
around while I'm on Instagram.
Yeah, you
I
can.
can.
Unless I'm using my phone to do it. I can't. I'm not going to be stuck in front of my computer. I like to pace when I'm on the phone.
I'm always in stealth mode.
Not always. When you're talking about your garden stuff and things like that, you're like full on up.
Oh no, it freaks people out at work.
Why?
Because he doesn't make
It
a
scare
sound
the
when he
crap out of them.
Why?
I don't do it on purpose.
Huh?
I used to do the same thing on gravel. I could walk on gravel without making a sound. Used to freak people out.
Yeah, they look one way, and then I just walk up and they turn around. They go, ah.
I've done that. I mean, I don't try to. Like I thought, I would have sworn you saw me here. I look at you and you look at me, and I still walked up to you and I still scared you. How did I do that? But
People
that happens.
don't pay attention to things.
I don't blend into the background, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I am going to say goodnight, folks. Thank you all for coming. I need to get some rest. Tomorrow's my last day of the week for me. It's going to be all fun and games until someone loses an eye, but whatever the
My
saying is.
Tuesday, Cliff's Monday.
Yeah. Cliff looks like he needs something. He needs a Jägermeister and a Red Bull.
I had 2 of those yesterday.
No, you need one today.
Nah, I got to work in the morning.
So,
And I'm out of Red Bull.
Mhm.
oh, no. What would you do if someone sent you a case of Red Bull?
I'd have a case of Red Bull.
Okay, just accept it and go on. Okay. Because I couldn't, there's no way someone could send you a case of Jägermeister. So,
Well, they could if they really wanted to, but that'd be really damn expensive.
Yeah,
well,
was
the thing about mailing alcohol to the mail is expensive anyway. But
It's more or less the mailing of liquids.
no,
Ooh.
alcohol, there's a special thing about that. So,
they ship it now.
yeah, you got to ship it straight from the factory. You can't order it, just ship it through the mail. But I'm going to say goodnight, folks. I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
Kick a rat.
peace and prosperity.